2018 Toyota RAV4. 2018 Toyota RAV4 review on. Although roomy, the Toyota RAV4 has largely fallen behind other top rival crossovers. 3-star overall. The 2018 Toyota RAV4 represents the current generation's sixth, and likely final year, since it was completely redesigned. It's received a nip here, a tuck there, and a few extra safety features over the years, but it's largely the same utility-focused vehicle it always has been. And really, it's those standard safety features and its enormous interior that help keep it relevant despite virtually all of its competitors being redesigned. Take a test drive of the RAV4 and some other top crossovers and you'll likely notice that the RAV4 looks and feels a bit behind the times. Its utility-focused interior lacks the refinement, quality and style of key rivals that can feel borderline luxurious. You can't even get the RAV4 with real leather upholstery. The RAV4 is also less engaging to drive, with subpar handling and an engine that trails in terms of both acceleration and fuel economy. Tech features can also be lacking. Yes, safety tech is standard, but Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and onboard Wi-Fi are not available. To be fair, these issues are most obvious on the RAV4's upper trim levels. Less expensive RAV4s such as the XLE are better able to showcase their space advantages and standard safety equipment. If you're paying in that price range, the 2018 RAV4 is certainly worth a look, but we also suggest checking out high-rated crossovers such as the Chevrolet Equinox, Honda CR-V and Mazda CX-5. What's new? For 2018, the RAV4 gains a new adventure trim level. It combines the XLE's equipment with the SE's sportier styling elements, then adds a few of its own styling flourishes and a tow package as well as raises ground clearance from 6.1 inches to 6.5. It also gets exclusive access to a new cold weather package that adds a variety of heated items. Interestingly, the SE trim level also gains the same extra ground clearance, which seems counter to its sportier, on-road mission. We would opt for the RAV4's new adventure trim. Its extra ground clearance and sharper styling are appreciated over the XLE, while its pricing and feature content still land in a sweet spot. Upper trim levels just aren't luxurious enough to warrant their extra price relative to the RAV4's ritzier competitors. We would, however, upgrade the adventure with the cold weather package that adds the greatly desired power driver seat, heated front seats and leather-wrapped steering wheel. Its fabric upholstery is also preferable to the upper trim's unconvincing soft-touch simulated leather. Trim levels and features. The 2018 RAV4 is a 5-passenger compact crossover SUV. There are LE, XLE, Adventure, SE, Limited and Platinum trim levels, all of which come standard with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, 176 horsepower, 172 pound-feet of torque and a 6-speed automatic transmission. Front-wheel drive is standard on all trim levels, and all-wheel drive is optional. Unlike most competitors, the RAV4's various trim levels do more than just vary in terms of feature content, they can have slightly different styling and overall characters. For instance, the SE is sportier while the Adventure is more outdoorsy. The RAV4 comes standard with 17-inch steel wheels, rear privacy glass, Toyota Safety Sense P forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control and automatic high beams, a rear view camera, a height adjustable driver seat, a 60/40 split folding and reclining second row seat, a 6.1-inch touchscreen interface, one USB port, Bluetooth, and a 6-speaker sound system with a CD player and an auxiliary audio jack. The XLE adds 17-inch alloy wheels, fog lights, heated mirrors, upgraded interior trim, a sunroof, dual-zone automatic climate control, a leather-wrapped steering wheel, more aggressively bolstered front seats and extending sun visors. Heated front seats with a power-adjustable driver adjustment are optional. The Adventure adds special styling flourishes, 18-inch black alloy wheels, a slightly raised suspension, 6.5 inches of ground clearance versus 6.1, fender flares, all-weather floor mats, a leather-wrapped shift knob and a 120-volt household-style outlet in the cargo area. The cold weather package, exclusive to the Adventure, adds heated front seats, the power driver seat, a heated steering wheel, and a windshield wiper deicer. The SE gets some of the same styling flourishes as the Adventure and the same ground clearance hike, but from there, they differ. The SE adds automatic LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED taillights, 18-inch silver alloy wheels, sportier suspension tuning, an upgraded rear-view camera, steering wheel shift paddles, the power driver seat plus power lumbar adjustment, heated front seats and Softex simulated leather upholstery. On the SE, you also get the Intune Audio Plus with connected navigation package that adds satellite radio, HD radio and a Scout GPS navigation app that works through your smartphone connection. It's optional on the XLE and Adventure. The Limited reverts to the XLE's ground clearance, suspension tuning and styling, but keeps its equipment upgrades. It also adds different 18-inch wheels, chrome exterior trim, a height adjustable power liftgate, blind spot and rear cross traffic warning systems, keyless ignition and entry, driver seat memory functions, an auto-dimming mirror, and the Intune Premium Audio with integrated navigation and app suite package optional on XLE and Adventure that adds a 7-inch high-resolution touchscreen and a Toyota navigation system. Most of the Limited's other functional upgrades can be added to the XLE, Adventure and SE trim levels through a variety of extra value packages. At the top of the RAV4 lineup is the Platinum. It includes front and rear parking sensors, a hands-free liftgate, fancier exterior trim, a 360-degree parking camera, a heated steering wheel, and the Intune Premium JBL audio with integrated navigation and app suite package optional on SE Unlimited that adds an 11-speaker JBL sound system to all the other items featured in the Intune packages. All of the Platinum's extra functional upgrades can be added to the SE Unlimited through an advanced technology package. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically comes in multiple versions that are fundamentally similar. The S in this review are based on our full test of the 2017 Toyota RAV4 SE 2.5 liters inline-four, 6-speed automatic, FWD. Note, since this test was conducted, Toyota raised the SE suspension, which could alter the SE's handling, ride and off-road des. Our findings remain broadly applicable, however. 0. Driving. The SE's sportier suspension tuning differs from other RAV4 trim levels. It improves its handling ability somewhat, but not enough relative to actually sporty competitors. Every RAV4 feels slow when you flatten the gas pedal, and no upgraded engines are available. Acceleration. The RAV4 feels surprisingly punchy around town, and the gas pedal is responsive to your inputs. However, the engine runs out of steam pretty quickly. In testing, our test RAV4 needed 9 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour, making it one of the slower vehicles in this class. Braking. The brake pedal's action is long and mushy, with very little resistance. You have to press the pedal firmly to bring the RAV4 to a stop. It took 121 feet to halt from 60 miles per hour in our testing, which is an average distance in the compact crossover class. Steering. Steering effort is a little heavier than normal for this class. The wheel isn't difficult to turn, however, and it's easy to maneuver into a parking spot. Out on the road, rivals from Ford, Honda and Mazda provide more engaging and confidence-inspiring steering. Handling. The RAV4 seems stable around turns, feeling well balanced and predictable. It's easy to drive. But the RAV4 lacks that extra zest offered by competitors that engages the driver. It's a bit of a snooze. Drivability. The RAV4 feels just right in its default driving mode. We're not fans of the eco mode's overly delayed gas pedal response and eager to shift transmission programming. Even in sport mode, the transmission doesn't always respond to commands while manually shifting and displays the incorrect gear. Off-road. A lockable center differential with all-wheel drive, and even the front-wheel drive's limited slip differential, make the RAV4 a bit more capable than most rivals. However, This is still a light-duty off-roader and its ground clearance even in the raised Say and Adventure is nothing special. Comfort. The front seats are roomy and shaped well, but only the driver gets lumbar and height adjustment. The seats feel comfortable even on a long road trip, but road noise and wind noise are omnipresent. Ride quality can vary by RAV4 trim level. Seat comfort. Front seats are comfy enough, but there's no lumbar adjustment unless you upgrade to the Say, though its imitation leather isn't as comfy as the XLE's cloth. Only the driver's seat is height adjustable. Three-person seating in the back is challenging due to an oddly placed middle seatbelt anchor. Ride comfort. The Say's sporty suspension tuning improves handling but not enough to warrant the busier and harsher ride. Perhaps the extra suspension travel for 2018 will change this, but would probably stick with any of the other, more comfortable riding trim levels. Noise and vibration. There's not much engine noise at any speed unless you're really pushing the car hard. Levels of wind and tire noise, especially tire smack, are overly intrusive while cruising on the highway. Nowhere as serene as Mazda and Honda rivals. Climate control. The dual-zone climate control adeptly cools the interior on a hot day. There are no rear air vents. Toggle switches for the heated seats are hidden depending on viewing angle, so you have to remember to switch them off. Even on the low setting, they get nice and toasty. Interior. It's easy to enter and exit the RAV4, and most occupants will find the cabin quite roomy. The controls on the upper portion of the center console are easy to reach, but you might have difficulty finding some of the buttons and switches below. Outward visibility is excellent. Ease of use. The infotainment system features a nice mix between physical buttons and easy-to-press virtual ones. Eco and Sport buttons are out of the way, as are toggle switches for the heated front seats. Getting and jetting out. A low step-in height and tall doors make for easy entry and exit in the front. Steering wheel tilt is limited, and drivers might hit their knees on the column. Entering and exiting the rear are also easy thanks to the seat's lack of contouring. Driving position. The driver's seat offers enough range of height adjustment, and the seat bottom angles up nicely. As in many other Toyotas, the steering wheel doesn't offer enough tilt or telescoping adjustment. Roominess. There's an abundance of head and legroom throughout the cabin. 4 6-footers will have no problem on a long road trip. Even the middle seat position has enough headroom for an adult. The side bolsters make the front seats a bit narrow. Visibility. The tall and wide windows allow for an expansive view out. There's a sizable window in the 3/4 view that compensates for the wide rear roof pillar. The rear window is also large. Overall, the RAV4 is impressively easy to see out of. Quality. The RAV4 looks and feels cheap compared to its top competitors. There's a ton of hard plastic throughout and the utilitarian design doesn't help. Softex vinyl covers the seats in top 4 trims, but unlike other faux leathers, it's obviously vinyl. There's no option for real leather. Utility. The RAV4 offers one of the largest cargo areas in the class, and its low lift-over height means you won't strain your back while loading heavy items. But the liftgate doesn't open very high. Small, haphazardly placed storage cubbies aren't very useful. Small item storage. 2 cup holders of different sizes are separated by the shifter. Strange. There are a couple of small, oddly shaped storage areas on the center stack, including a shallow, low-grip smartphone holder that isn't very good at holding smartphones. Not great for this family-friendly segment. Cargo space. The cargo area is wide and flat, with a very low lift-over height. Its volume of 38.4 cubic feet with the rear seats in place and 73.4 cubes with them folded is about as good as it gets in this segment. Excellent for bulky items, big dogs. The rear seats are split 6040 with no center pass-through. Child safety seat accommodation. The lower latch anchors are well concealed and far from the seatback. You really have to reach in and fish around to find them. The 3 seatback tethers can be accessed with the cargo cover in place, but these are also hidden under a thin cloth cover. Towing. Towing capability depends on the trim and drivetrain. Most variants can manage only a meager 1,500 pounds, but the Adventure boasts 2,900 pounds with front-wheel drive and 3,500 pounds with all-wheel drive. That's pretty strong for this segment. Technology. The infotainment system is easy to navigate and use, but the graphics look rather dated, and it's impossible to see the screen in direct sunlight. All RAV4 models receive standard safety tech. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and multiple USB ports are not available. Audio and navigation. The standard touchscreen is easy to use. It has a relatively simple layout and menu structure, but it's not particularly attractive. The screen is small and resolution is fairly low. The optional 7-inch screen offers nominal improvement. Either washes out in direct sunlight. Smartphone integration. There's a single USB port in front and none in the back. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are notably absent. Instead, Toyota uses a smartphone integration system of its own design called Intune. You'll have to download the app, create an account, and pair your phone before it's ready to be used. Driver aids. Unique for the segment, the RAV4 comes standard with forward collision warning, automatic braking, lane keeping assist and adaptive cruise control. Blind spot warning is available on all but the LA. Adaptive cruise doesn't maintain speed downhill, and clarity of the standard rear view camera is poor. Voice control. Hitting the voice control button displays a list of phrases, and the recognition software also recognizes natural speech. It's not the best, with a lot of garbled translations before it hits the mark. Best to use Siri Eyes Free if you have an iPhone accessed by holding the phone disconnect button.